Hello, fellow crafters, and welcome to PTB Designs for You. I had an idea, and well, I was scrolling through videos, and I went on off the Beaded path, and she was doing a bracelet that I wanted to do, but I want to make it in an anklet. I love anklets. I have this white one. You can have like simple one color beads, or you can do dainty. I love the dainty anklets that I've seen and I've made. You can have dainty anklets, and you can also have just whatever you desire. Cultural. Everywhere I go, especially in the summer, I always have on an anklet. Most times. But I wanted to show you this really quickly, hopefully. A lot of people have asked me to do something in copper. So I have some beads. This is really rose gold. I didn't want to do rose gold, even though rose gold is very pretty. But I wanted to do more of a closer color to copper. So I'm going to use this copper beads, 6mm. I've taken some Brazilian wax cord. This is about 42 inches. Probably don't need that much. And then I have 12 inches, a foot, for the ending in the closure. So, to get started, let me move up just a little bit. I'm trying not to show my mess on the side, but sometimes you can't help it. But this is the cord that I'm using, Brazilian wax cord. The first thing I want to do, now normally I do this on a clipboard or something to hold it, but since I'm doing it like this, I guess I could. I'm going to take about 7 inches, no, about 5 inches. 5 inches of one end of my cord, and I'm just going to knot it. So to make a knot, just a regular overhand knot. Now, this is going to be a knotted anklet. And what I mean by knotted, I'll show you in just a second. I want to make this knot big enough to hold my bead in place. It's going to be the first bead. So I'm going to double knot it. Okay. And like I said, these are 6mm beads. And then, after I make my knot, I'm going to slide on a bead. What I like about Brazilian wax cord is it moves so easily, so gracefully. Okay, I get this on here, and now I want to make a knot. And to get the knot to be right up against the bead, I'm going to use, now they have things called an awning. It's like a point, a device. It's like a round nose plier, just this part, but it's skinnier. But anyway, when I make my knot, and I don't have one, but you can use anything that has a, really you want something with a fine point to it, because what I'm going to do is going to use that point to guide, I'm going to lay it down, to guide my knot to whatever I'm using. So I'm going to pull this all the way down, using this to guide it. Okay. Pull it all the way to the end. And knot it. So that knot lays right up against that bead. And life is beautiful. So basically that's all I'm going to do. That's all I'm going to be doing is beading and knotting. If your wax becomes, another thing with wax cord, if it becomes frayed, you can just push it together and it'll go right back together. So I use my round nose pliers. You can also use, I'll do this a couple times and then I'll just keep threading it and come back. But you can also use, say, a safety pin. Put your safety pin down here and pull. And try not to stick yourself. Once it gets all the way down, pull it. So we have the start of our anklet. I measured my where I want my anklet to position on my leg. So I'm gonna need about 10 inches. And the funny thing, I like wearing my anklets on the wrist, on the ankle that I broke. And so it's swollen, it's still swollen, it's bigger than the other one, but that's the side, it's the left side, it's the side I want to wear them on. So that's what I do. And I also have this, like I said, anything that you have that has a fine, I'm not going to use this one because it has a head on it. So, but even a piece of wire that you have laying around that's sturdy enough to hold into place while you're making your knot. And if laying it down, I can use a piece of tape. Except when you share a workstation with your daughter. Sorry, daughter, here it is. Just take a piece of tape to hold that down. Probably won't, but, and hold it down. Pull and hold at the same time. And knot it. And I'm just going to continue to do this process until I have reached my desired length. And I'll be back once I have it threaded to finish it. Be right back. I'm back, y'all. Well, life got interrupted yesterday. This is a whole different day now. And let me adjust this a little bit. And I've completed my anklet. I made it approximately 8 inches long. Now this is going to be an anklet, so that's why it's so long. But you can wear it as a bracelet if you have that big arm but not this one. Okay, so to complete this, now I said it was an anklet, but anklets can also be stacked as well. So I went ahead and made a partner for this. It's a chain anklet as well. And I thought about making a bracelet to go with it because I have this beautiful pendant that I got from Bargain Bead Box. It's a 40 millimeter crackle agate and brass faceted nugget link. So it has this is a connector link, so it has holes on both sides. So I think I'm gonna make a bracelet out of this, and it still will complement the anklet, but it'll be a bracelet. So I started pulling out some things that complemented these colors. So, you know, that's how I work. I'm sorry. You know, you get an idea and you want to go ahead and put it together, or me, go ahead and put it together while you still have that thought process running through your head. And even this would be complementary to it. Even though this is a silver chain, and I mix my metals sometimes. So this is based in gold, but it has copper and orange and rust going through it, and so do they. So even though I may or may not wear it with the bracelet, but this is an anklet as well. But anyway, to finish this one off, this is the knotted beaded anklet, and I did want to show you one thing. When I was beading it and doing the knots, I used the tools. I used a safety pin. I showed you the safety pin and different ways that you can anchor the knot. But while I was doing it, I also found that when you knot it, let me just make one more knot right here. When you knot it, when you make your knot, and if you just guide that knot right at the bead and pull and push as you go, you can, with just your hand, put that knot right where you want it. So those tools are helpful when you get in a bind, or when it's like way up here, and it's fast and easy, but you can also guide it with your fingers. So I just wanted to show you that. So to complete this, what I'm going to do is just find my ends, and just lay them side by side. I'm not crossing them. I'm just laying them side by side. Then I took about 10 inches of my wax cord, and what I'm going to do is try to do this. I'm not going to do it at a different angle. I'm going to turn it where it's comfortable for me. So I'm going to turn it. This way. And you can put a piece of tape and tape it down if you need to. But I'm going to put this right under. Right under these cords. This center. This is my base. My stationery. Put it right under that. Okay. Find my middle. And then I'm just going to do an overhand knot. I'm not going to make it a death grip. I'm just going to knot it because you want it open enough where you can still slide it up and down. Okay, so then I'm going to make my P with the right hand. That's my 1. I call it my 1. Or you can call it your right, whatever. Then I'm going to take my left, put it over that, and then I'm going to put it under the middle and bring it up and through the loop. Okay, and then I'm just going to pull and hold that middle and pull. So to complete that knot, that's part A of the knot. Part B, I'm going to make the same thing, a C on the side. I'm bring this over that. Then I'm going to bring it under that and under the middle. Bring it up through the loop and pull. Okay. Then I'm going to do that. Just repeat that. I'm going to make it, you know, just as long as you want that catch to be. So I'm going to do my P, bring it over, under, and through, and pull. Okay. Then you can tell again by which one you want to start with by the hump that's right there. So if you ever get, you know, distracted or whatever, if it's a hump right there, that's where you start. So I'm going to make my C, bring the opposite over, under, and through. So I have 2 complete knots that completes the knot. If you just do 1, it's half a knot. So I want to make a whole knot. Under, over, through, and pull. Okay. This is Brazilian wax, so it's going to slide pretty good, but you still don't want to, like I said, don't want to make it real tight where you have difficulty, or the person that's wearing it has difficulty making it close. Okay, I'll make it just a little bit longer. Bring it under, and through. And one more to complete the knot. Under and through. Okay, so now with the ends, and these are going to be the ends that are the mechanics of it, that pulls everything together. So as such, so what I want to do, give it some room out. And let me make sure, let me get these pretty much the same. I don't need it to be that long. But remember, it's an anklet, so it has to go over the foot as well. So you want to make sure you have enough string left to make it go over, or make sure it opens up enough to go over the foot. Okay, then I'm just going to put a bead on the end. I like putting a bead on the end because it helps with the grip. Maybe not that bead. Maybe I'll put 2. Make sure you got the right one. And just tie a knot. Well, and we got this right at the very end. And then just cut that off. And you can burn it. Just melt it. Okay, and then do the same thing to the other side. Put my 2 beads on. And tie it. Today is Friday. You have plans for the weekend? I ain't gonna say hosting, but my little cousin is having his 2nd birthday party in my backyard. I'm kind of looking forward to it, even though I said, it's y'all's party. They asked me. I said, you can have it here, but I ain't doing too much. I'm not going to be the hostess with the mostest because I just had one not too long ago. I love having people over, but it's not always easy. Okay, now with these, you can either tie a knot here or you can just singe them off. Usually I tie a knot just for added security, but you can just singe it, cut it and singe it. But I'm gonna tie a knot. And since this thread is so, small, it's not gonna really be seen that much. And this will be in the back. Kind of blends in just a little bit. Cut it. Or if you feel better with just gluing it instead of putting a lighter to it, you can do that as well. Ooh. And do the same thing to the other side, of course. There's so much learning to do with jewelry making. I just love to learn different techniques and different ways. But if you find that one thing that you love doing and you do with the passion and you make that one form of jewelry making your own, that's gratifying as well. I think I'm trying to still find that one thing that I just love doing so much that I just want to perfect it instead of just doing it pretty good or whatever. I haven't found that because I want to sew some purses and I just want to make what I always desired to have but I couldn't find for myself. And that's basically what I do when I make my jewelry. Do stuff I like that I would wear. Okay, so here we have it. And you can just pull on these and tighten it up. Or loosen it just by pulling it. So this is the finish. And this is his partner. And let's see. This is kind of how it would look together. Isn't that nice? I like it. The chain bracelet was made with brass chain and carnelian round beads. These are 6mm beads. Then I have some 4mm faceted beads. And I just made links. And this is the back to it. Yeah. So thank you for watching. Leave me a comment and subscribe if you haven't. And we'll see you next time. Bye.